everyone, welcome back to my craft room. I'm so glad you could make it today. If you are new here, then welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Today is my Wednesday journal session, and I am going to do a brain dump in my journal that I keep in my traveler's notebook. This is a standard size notebook, and I'm just going to get that notebook or that insert out. If you're a returning subscriber, then you've probably seen me. This was last week, and I am going to do, I've only got a few more left in this one. It was just a little one to see how I liked it, and I am enjoying it, like really enjoying it. So I will continue to journal in this size. It's just a nice size page. This was last week and the week before, and so it's just, I add some color. I might stamp or do something like that, and yeah, then I just journal away. So this is that flimsy paper. The next one I'll make better. So this is that flimsy paper. So the first thing I have to do is reach for my glue and glue these two pages together. And this is a really quick and easy process. So yeah, just some glue around the edges, squiggle down the middle. It's just to keep it from bleeding through to the other pages and giving it some substance. So all week, the temperature's gone up where we are, and all week the weather is supposed to be a little bit above normal for this time of the year. It's above freezing. It's been raining today. The snow, you can see the snow going down. It's going down that fast. Almost worried about people in the lower areas and maybe a problem with flooding. But in keeping with that whole I want it to be spring theme, I grabbed some of this neon pink, some of this petunia purple, and some of this tropical blue. Like, you can't get any more spring than this. And so I'm going to lay down some of this color today. And the really nice thing about this is that blue and red make purple. Yeah, blue and red make purple. So I know that by combining these three colors on the page, I won't make mud. No browns today. None of that stuff. I better give it a shake though. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of paint on my page. Just a little bit of, just a thin little drizzle. I'm going to do that. And then I am going to do the same thing with this. Just a little bit. I don't want this to be like tons of paint. I just want it. Whoa, I don't want that. I'm going to actually take this lid off and grab a card so I can scoop some of that back into the bottle. So I'm just going to be really careful and just take the purple and I'm going to scoop it back into the bottle. I think I had a little blockage there, and when I squeezed, it just did some stuff. So I'm not going to put any more purple on that page. I'm going to add some pink though. And this neon should be a little bit translucent, and it'll still mix with these other colors. And I'm just wondering, by doing this, I'm not going to brush it. I'm just going to take this card that I cleaned my mess up with, and I'm going to, I have a couple key cards here from work. They were in my uniform when I got home one night, and I threw them through the wash. Yeah. Not sure if they can rekey them after they've been through the laundry or not. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? It makes this awesome marbling effect. And the neon doesn't blend the way the purple and the blue do. So that's really different and neat. It's so cool to just experiment in here. I am going to take a little bit of this paint and throw it onto, I have another little notebook right here that I'm using for something else. So I'm just going to, it's watercolor paper, this one. I'm going to take the extra paint off of here because I don't need it. And I am going to just spread it on these 2 pages. There. And I'll clean this card off on this page too. I don't like to waste anything. And that's it. So yeah, you can see how easy it is to do a journal page. Journal, my brain dump journal, and that's exactly what it is. Things that I've had on my mind all week, what's happened, what's gonna happen, just thoughts, random thoughts go in here. And I have a little purple on my next page now, kind of ran over. This journal wasn't trimmed up really good when I made it, so my pages aren't level either, so they overhang each other little bits and spots. So this is pretty much dry. I like how that, yeah, isn't that cool? That's a really neat effect. You can see it. I'm going to show it to you up close a little bit. But see how the pink and the blue, where I drizzled it, kind of stayed on the paper, and then it didn't all blend together. It blended well, but it didn't all blend together. Some of it stayed separate. That's really cool. But that, I kind of thought something like that would happen because these 3 colors go together. They're right beside each other on the color wheel, the red, the purple, and the blue, like those 3 colors. So, and pink is just a red. So I was pretty sure that these 3 colors would go on here and that they wouldn't make mud. I had some orange in my hand. I have no idea why, because I set it down beside the blue and then I thought, no, that's not good. They're opposites. Blue and orange are opposites on the color wheel. Mix those 2 together and you're going to get brown. It's just what happens. They complement each other really, really well, but mix them together and you're going to get brown. So I am wondering what else I'm going to do on here now. I might just stamp an image, just something cool right here. Let me go look at my stamps and see if there's something that I want to put there. So let's push this up so you can see it. So I hauled this stamp from your dollar store with more, and these stamp sets there are $2. Yeah, and I hauled this acrylic block for $1.50. So yeah, if you haven't been watching my hauls, you need to watch my hauls because I've been finding some really good bargains. So I'm going to, I really like this. It's kind of brings back a few memories. Like I was a teenager in the 60s when people did the whole love and peace. And I was a little bit of a, maybe not a hip chick, but a hippie chick. So that might be too much information. It was kind of a funny era, but I think some of these stamps are really cute. So I'm going to see if I can just put a few around this page. So I'm just going to play. This whole session is just to have fun. And that's what I like to do here. So I am going to do Love and Peace. I'm just going to put them around. I think they're fun. They're just fun stamps. So I sped this up just a little bit so that you didn't have to sit through all this. Because this stamp set had never been used before, I was having a little bit of trouble getting the ink to stay on the actual stamp. So I was stamping each one and then stamping it off onto a piece of scrap paper that I had at the side. And I was doing that a couple of times and then re-inking it and stamping it in my journal, because that's what happens with new stamps. Sometimes you have to, I think they call it conditioning the stamp. But these stamps from the dollar store with more, or your dollar store with more is what it's called. They're only $2, but they're really they have a really slick surface. They do stamp actually pretty good though. So I was doing that, and I used a couple of stamps around the page, and then I took this mushroom stamp that I thought was really cute, and I did it a couple of times across the bottom, something like a little border. I was just having fun, and yeah, so they were actually really good stamps. If I was to do, or excuse me, if I was to do a review of these stamps, then I would recommend them because they worked quite well, and you can't beat the price. A whole set of stamps for $2 and the acrylic block for $1.50. So for $3.50, you've got a whole complete set of stamps, and you can use them over and over again. Like, that's really awesome. So yep, I recommend them for sure. One of the things that I did last week, I took some stamps that were numbers and letters, and I stamped the date on, but I didn't like how long that took, because this is fun. Once I started, I had to finish it, of course. But yeah, it ended up being too much like work, and I don't want this session to be anything about work. So I'm going to grab my date stamp when I'm done, and I think I will just use this in my journal from now on, and just stamp the journal date onto the page with my date stamp. If it goes, well, yeah, it goes far enough. I can get 2 more years out of it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to journal here, and I'll be right back, and I'll finish this up, and it'll be done. So there it is. It's all done. I did a bit of a brain dump in here. I just go in here and talk about what my main thought of the week is. I put down things sometimes that are bothering me. I put down, this week I just put down something that made me happy. If you've never tried this, I suggest that you should, because it's really, it's cathartic. It's for me, it's almost like therapy. I've enjoyed doing this. I only do it once a week, but once a week I can sit down and get things off my mind, or just put something on paper. And I think when they're done, it's going to be fun to go back and maybe read some of this. It might not be fun to read some of it. Yeah, so it's only been a few weeks that I've been, well, maybe a little over a month now that I've been doing it once a week like this, and I love it. I wish I had have been doing it all along. I plan on starting a new book on the 1st of March and doing it every week. This is, yeah, it's a good thing. It's absolutely a good thing. And you can do it more often than once a week too. So if you like this idea, start one of your own. Share some pics with me. Comment if you do journal like this. If you have something that you do like this, let me know what your thoughts are on it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And sharing helps me build my channel, and it helps me out a lot. So thank you so much, everybody, and bye-bye for now.